The problem states, solve the linear equation 3 times 2x plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 7 times 4x plus 6, 4x. So we have to solve this equation for the variable x. First thing we're going to do is to simplify both sides and then solve for x by bringing x to one side by itself. So what we see here is a bracket, right? So 3 times everything that's inside here. So when we look inside here, we can simplify what's inside here. So we see 2x plus 7 in parentheses plus 9. So we're adding 9 to this. So since we don't have anything to multiply here, because this is a 1 in front of it, so this just stays 2x plus 7. So here we can just take away the parentheses and collect like terms. So the only like terms here is 7 and 9. So we're going to bring down to 3. So we're going to multiply 2x. This could come down because there's no like terms. It's not being affected by anything. And then we can collect like terms by 7 plus 9 is 16. Equal to, we're going to distribute the 7 here, because this is distributive property. 7 times what's inside the parentheses, so 7 times both the 4x and the plus 6. So 7 times 4x is 28x, and 7 times positive 6 is positive 42. Now we're also going to distribute this side. So we're going to distribute the 3 to both 2x and the plus 16. So 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times 16 is positive 48. Equals, we can bring this down again, 28x plus 42. So now we're going to bring over the x to one side and the number to the other side, because we want to solve for x, so we want x by itself. So I can bring over the x to either side. I can bring the x to the left side, or I can bring the x to the right side. It doesn't matter. But it's easier to bring the 6x over here because the 28x is larger. Because when I bring over this, I'm going to subtract 6x. So instead of bringing the 28x over and subtracting by 28 to get a negative number, I'm going to bring over the 6x here. So I'm going to subtract 6x. Because in order to bring the 6x here, I have to do the opposite sign. So since this is positive, I have to subtract. So what I do on this side, I have to do on this side. So 6x minus 6x cancels out. I'm left with 48 on this side. Equals to 28x minus 6x is 22x. Bring down to positive 42. Now, I have to bring over the numbers to the other side because I want the x to stay on by itself on this side. So I have to subtract 42 on this side because opposite sign. So if this is positive 42, I have to subtract 42. I have to subtract it to this side. So 48 minus 42 is 6. Is equal to, and 42 minus 42 cancels out. I'm left with 22x on this side. So let's bring this over here. So I'm left with 6 is equal to 22x. So I have to solve for x. So this is 22 times x. I have to divide because that's the opposite of multiplication. So I'm going to divide by 22 here, and I have to divide by 22 on this side. So 22 divided by 22 is 1. So I'm left with x on this side is equal to 6 over 22. In here I can simplify the 6 and the 22. So I have to figure out a common factor. I can divide both of them to simplify this fraction. And the common factor they have is 2. So I'm going to divide by 2 top and bottom. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So the simplified version of 6 over 22 is 3 over 11. Because I just cut both 6 and 22 in half. So the answer is 3 over 11.